Welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. The Fulani Northern Elders Forum cries out to international community and the United Nations because of the secession moves by Biafra and Yoruba nations. They are doing this because of the fear that the Fulanization and Islamization agenda is at the verge of collapse and they are running out of time. They shouldn't just waste their time because Biafra has come to stay and no Janjaweed will stop the coming of Biafra. Fulani National Movement have claimed responsibility for the attack on the governor of Benue State at his farm. Earlier, Fulani Meyeti Allah claimed and lied that the Fulanis were not responsible for the attack until the claim was refuted by the Fulani National Movement, who are terrorists themselves. The Fulani terrorist chief, Umar Amir Shehu, said that the assault was plotted to kill Samaloton because of his support for the southern Nigerians and because of his opposition on Fulanization agenda. The Fulani terrorists said that they acted on behalf of millions of Fulanis in 15 countries. You see why the Fulani presidency in Nigeria will not go against the killer foreign Fulanis in Nigeria? Because they are all in it together. Also, they are angry with the governor of Benue State because they say he's an obstacle to Fulani long-term interest of conquer and occupy other people's ancestral lands. They vow to kill any southern governors and traditional rulers who is an obstacle to their Fulanization agenda. No wonder the Olu of Iwo land, the Alake of Egba land, the Obi of Onitsha, all the Biafran governors, Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu have all cowardly come out due to pressure from the Fulani presidency to support one Nigeria agenda against the stand and wishes of their people. And the Fulani think they are wise. They are doing this because they want to deceive the whole world to believe that Nigerians don't want secession. But they are lying. The whole world are seeing. They know that the Fulanis are lying. You know, this is happening because of the selfish interest of the southern politicians and traditional rulers. You know, they fraudulently got their positions they occupy. You know, they rig them in, they fraudulently put them as traditional rulers, and you know, they will get blackmail and they will do the bidding of their slave master. And they are the slave of Fulanis in the south who give out informations, you know, to the Fulanis, who secretly give lands to the Fulanis to occupy. We must arrest this situation right now. We must address the situation right now because our southern leaders, the politicians, the traditional rulers have all failed us. We must hold our destiny in our hands because we cannot trust them. During the food blockade, the killing and kidnappings going on, the quit notices to the southerners by the Fulani Arewa youths, the destruction of farmlands in the south, the Fulani governors and traditional rulers never condemned their own. Even the late Buhari, when he was alive, he and other Fulani leaders supported Boko Haram. They were the ones who protested the killing of Boko Haram members when Jonathan was, fighting the insurgent war. They said the killing was the killing of the North, and some idiots in the South who have no conscience are here supporting the Fulanis, one Nigeria. That is insane. That is being insane. The Nigerian Army Chief threatens Asari Dokubo and Sunday Igboho for declaring secession from Nigeria, whereas the Fulani bandits and Boko Haram are having a field day unhindered, causing mayhem upon different indigenes in Nigeria. None of these terror groups have been threatened by the Nigerian Army Chief because they are doing the Fulanization agenda and they are their foot soldiers. The Fulani terrorists are on rampage, destroying open grazing law in the south, killing and kidnapping citizens. They are killing military personnel and traditional rulers. They have attempted to assassinate governors, but no traditional ruler went their way to create a vigilante group to fight these Fulani terrorists. But here we are, the Obi of Onitsha, creating a vigilante group to fight his own people. When the Janjaweed Fulani Nigerian military were killing Biafrans in Onitsha, we never heard him speak. He never condemned it. So, but now he's the one speaking because he doesn't want to lose the money he gets from the Janjaweed Fulani presidency. The Unknown Angels condones off the divisional police headquarters and open fires on Fulani Nigerian police in Imo State. They raised the Imo State divisional police headquarters down with fire and freed innocent Biafrans held in cells for committing nothing. There are no Fulani terrorists held in any police cell in Nigeria, despite the fact that they have been killing, kidnapping, causing mayhem, but nothing is being done to arrest them. They have been given order from the Fulani presidency by Meyeti Allah to free every killer Fulani in Nigerian cells. But the Southerners are ready to send their own into cells. This Fulani presidency stole over 2.6 trillion naira since 2015 to date, meant for the purchase of ammunition needed to fight insurgent Boko Haram. The money was stolen by the immediate past Chief of Army Staff, Burantai, and they have used this money to bribe international community, Nigerian media, and all the Efulefus in Biafra land to support their narrative, to support one Nigeria, while they are quietly carrying out ethnic cleansing in Biafra land, so that they will keep quiet and look the other way. In the Southwest region, the political and traditional leadership are bowing to the pressure from the Janjaweed Fulani presidency to disrupt and shut down all freedom fighters such as Sunday Igboho, because they know that will be the end of the zoo called Nigeria. The Southeast and the South-South political leadership and their traditional rulers are also working for this Fulani presidency against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against Eastern Security Network, against IPOB, and against the emancipation of Biafra. One thing I'm sure of is that Biafra has come to stay, and there is nothing, I say nothing, that the Janjaweed will do to stop the moving train. Something baffles me about this unknown angel, and I'm so happy that we have them, and I'm so happy that Chukwu Okike Abiama sent them to rescue Biafrans. The unknown angel killed more than 8 Nigerian Fulani police officers in Abia State at one of their checkpoints. They have been warned to stop all the checkpoints in Biafra land, as there are no trouble or problems or insecurity in Biafra land. They should take all their checkpoints to the troubled northern Nigeria, where the Fulani terrorists are causing a lot of trouble. They are killing and kidnapping, terrorizing people all over the north, and yet there is no checkpoint in northern Nigeria. So all the checkpoints in Abia have been dismantled. Police and army are on the run. They have to be on their run because they can't come to a peaceful Biafra land and be extorting money from hard-working Biafrans. That cannot happen. In their determination to forcefully Islamize and Fulanize Nigeria, the Fulani leadership at the National Assembly have instituted a bill before the House of Rep, which is seek to institutionalize the use of the Muslim female face covering hijab in the whole of Nigeria. Biafrans, be wise. The Islamization and Fulanization agenda is right now. They have set the motion in the top gear. So they are determined, because they know that time is running out of them. They know that they are running out of time, so they are ready to do anything to Islamize Nigeria. So my brothers and my sisters, we must be ready to fight these Fulanis to the standstill. We must make sure we never allow their agenda to succeed. They massacre and kidnap Biafrans, and our political and traditional rulers will not talk. They look the other way. But when it comes to anything that pertains to Fulani, that's when you see them raising their voices. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, said, and I quote, "Let it be clear, I come in peace, not war. IPOB is committed to non-violence, but will never be cowardly. Eastern Security Network is about self-defense and not offense. My abiding mission is to restore Biafra peacefully, but if you want war, that is the Fulani Janjaweed, if you want war, you will surely get it soon than later." Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, long live IPOB, long live Eastern Security Network, long live Biafra. Thank you for watching my video. Please watch out for the next. Bye-bye.